some parts of the test you will understand and be able to rationalize and see with your physical eyes. But some parts will be ahor, they'll be behind you. You only in the end of days will you be able to understand them. There's another shot of Pia Ben Yishchad that Mamash just saw this morning in Chai Shalom that he writes in Sefer Tehillim that there's something called Erech Apayim. The Hashem is slow to anger. He says how? Because there's something called Panim. Panim is in front, right? But it shows a grace. Achor is when something is behind you. You don't really care about too much about it, right? Like Rashi tells us by Bil'am. It says Vayikra Hashem and Moshe, and in the Sefer Vayikra the Aleph is a small Aleph, and so Rashi says why is it a small Aleph? Because it shows that Moshe was very humble. By Bil'am it says Vayikar. It's missing the Aleph completely. Why? Vayikar is like a happenstance. Mikre. Rashi says it's like a person going out and he just throws something over his shoulder to the person he doesn't want to talk to him. He just throws him. Let's say he says, "Can I get $1?" So he just throws it over his shoulder. So he doesn't want to see the guy. He doesn't want to talk to the guy. So he says that's the way the Rashayim get it. They get achor. You throw it backwards. Hashem doesn't want to talk to them. Panim, Hashem receives everybody in front. Right, so that's the two ways that we also experience Hashem. Panim v'achor. When we do, we're going to face Hashem panim. But achor, Chas Shalom, is when Hashem just gives the person just to shut him up. Just to shut him up. Just get out of my face. Chas Shalom. This is why it's not so clear today. A person says, "Hey, I cheated my way to $200,000 bracket." 100,000. You cheated your way to 100,000. Hashem gave that to you in order to shut you up. So he didn't want to talk to you. ואם יהיה לבן חיל וינצח המלחמה מן הצדדים הוא יהיה האדם השלם אשר יזכה לדבק בבורו ויצא מן הפרוזדור הזה וייכנס בתקלין לראות באור החיים וכפי שיעור הזה אשר כבש את יצרו ותאוותו ויתרחק מן המרחקים אותו מהטוב וישתדל לדבק בו כן ישיגהו וישמח בו. So Api Apashat, what he's just said is that when the person will exit this milchama, right, he will become called Adam Shalem, right, like we spoke about before. He will become an egoless self, and he will be able to connect to godliness, and he will come out from this world and enter into the paradise, right, which is again the relationship to Hakadosh Baruch Hu. And according to how much he overcame his desires, and according to how much he turned his animalistic side into a godly side, right, that will be the level of his reward, that he will be able to experience the goodness of Hakadosh Baruch Hu. Right? The more physical he remains, the less enjoyment he will have. And I'll just explain that point real quickly. Think about this. They say that upstairs, people are going to be learning all day. Right? So imagine the person didn't learn at all in this lifetime. Right? To him, the greatest Gehenom, the greatest hell on earth would be to sit there all day and just sit and open a book. Yeah. Who wants to do such a thing? But to the person who sat all day and was learning, to him it's a continuation. It's an unbelievable continuation, because now he has no yitzhak, now he doesn't even just have to eat. He's constantly talking to Hashem. And then you stop for a second. Okay, but I want to talk about it a little bit more. V'im yele ben chayil. Go back to that line. V'im yele ben chayil. So if you will be like a soldier. So chayil is a soldier. What's called a ben chayil? So I just want to talk about this. You should know that the person comes to this world, right, is probably most likely is a gilgul, is a reincarnation. Now, the first time the person is here is called an av. The second time the person is here is called a ben. And if you're saying, why are you telling me this? Because if you notice in your Tahanun, we say, "Anachnu v'avotenu hatanu." We and our fathers sin. So the Chazal tell us, what business do you have to include your fathers? Your fathers sin. Who are you? What kind of audacity? What kind of chutzpah? So the answer is, according to what we're saying here, the word av in that context, avotenu, refers to our first reincarnation. Right? So the first incarnation is called Av. The second reincarnation is called a Ben. So when he says here the Ben Chayil, he's telling you the milchama that you're fighting now is because you've left over some parts from the first time you were here. If you corrected certain midot, certain character traits, if you were an Anav, most likely the person continues with that kind of character trait, but he works on other aspects. He works maybe on ta'ava, he works on eating, he works on chasidut. Whatever he's working on, each one according to his tikkun. But that's what the entire process is. When the more you're doing mitzvot, aside from connecting to Hakadosh Baruch Hu, you're also being metaken, you're also fixing your neshama. on a certain level. That's why it says because he's going to be from all different corners. We know that when the Yitzhak comes to us, how's he going to come to us? He's going to come to us from like a Lavan Harami, like our great uncle Lavan the Aramite. Why was he called Lavan? Because he was a trickster. He would pull himself as if he was all Lavan and pure and pure of soul and heart, but he was actually out for his own good. Right? This is what and this is what we have to be careful, watch out for. It's very imperative that we watch out for fake Yehudi. To be a fake Jew is very easy. Right? We can put on a beard and a hat, and we can say that we believe in Hashem, we trust in Hashem. But when push comes to shove, our intentions true or not? Do our actions speak that which we do and say in our tefillot, or do they simply pay lip service? Right? So if a person gets angry and whatnot, he really has to do teshuvah. He has to say, "Hey, Hashem, I lied. Because when I was doubting to you, I said, Hashem, I'm nothing. And now all of a sudden I get angry because I think I'm something. I lied. If I really believed what I was praying, and it really inspired me, I was I was acquiring it, then I would be something else. But I didn't. And this allows the person again to be an Adam Shalom. Shalom comes from the word Shalom, peace. He makes peace between his animalistic side and his spiritual side. He uses the animalistic side to convey and to control and to get to the spiritual levels, like the Orchot Chaim brings down in the Sefer Musar. Imagine you have a chicken. He says if you put the chicken in the house, it'll run wild, it'll destroy everything in the house. So what is the solution? Do we just kill the chicken? He says no, that does nothing. He says then you've lost the benefits that you could have gained from it. He says what must you do? You must put him in a coop, in a chicken coop, in a fence. When you put him in the fence, you get the chicken, you get eggs, you get the meat of the chicken eventually, right? So similar thing with the Yetzer Hara. The fact that we have a Yetzer Hara, we have Ta'ava, we have Gashmiyu, that's fine, it's great, it's good, it's for our benefit. If not, Hashem wouldn't have created it. Hashem, He says, use it as a stepping stool in order to get to the next level. That's the purpose of Gashmiyu. That's the purpose of eating. Eating, you eat in order to make a bracha. Some people make a bracha in order to eat. But some people eat in order to make a bracha. Some people walk outside in order to see the teva, not for their own benefit, in order so they can say, a person goes out to make parnasah, not because he wants to get a Rolls Royce, because he wants to make a mitzvah of dealing business honestly. He wants to make a mitzvah of finding Hashem in all the different aspects. This is the true path of a person who is called an Adam Shalem, and one who is constantly paying to Hashem. And as he concludes this paragraph, Ve'yismach bo, and he will be happy with him. Baruch Hu, be happy with him, and he will be happy with Baruch Hu. Baruch Adonai le'olam, Amen ve'amen.